Hey, everybody. Welcome on into Northwoods TCG. That's right. We're live. We're here. And we've got some interesting news, of course, that's going on with one and only set that I could be talking about. That Pokemon is literally on a one company quest to absolutely destroy this particular set. And if you don't know what it is by now, it's, of course, Prismatic Evolutions, guys. They are on a one mission quest to absolutely obliterate this. We are asking for product from hundreds of different items that they could put out there right now, whether it wants to be Obsidian Flames. They could do, of course, Paradox Rift. They could do Temporal Force, Twilight Masquerade, Surging Sparks, Destin's Rivals, Journey Together. But what do? They reprint more and more. And guess what? If you look underneath your seat right now, there's one under there too, a Prismatic Evolutions product for you. That's right. We got a new set coming, a new product coming of Prismatic Evolutions. Today, Pokemon Center just went in the queue, and in the queue, you had an opportunity to get a Prismatic Evolutions booster special, or that super premium collection. Let me call it right. The Prismatic Evolutions super premium collection with a keychain and a figurine as a bundle that they are now selling, which tells me that we are probably going to see these come through Costco or Sam's Club the way they've been pushing these things through with the Pokemon TCG right now, absolutely decimating Prismatic Evolutions. Plus, we have another release of course, Prismatic Evolutions coming into Costco. We have another release supposedly coming now again in Sam's Club, and one of the two that just happened here last week, there's still some on the system, which tells us that there's going to be more coming again. So Prismatic, guys, is going to be absolutely obliterated. It is becoming Shiny Fates 2.0. What we thought that they could have done with Paldean Fates, they are nailing Prismatic Evolutions, and they are going to cause the price of this to implode. Now, what does that mean? What does that mean for you guys as an investment side of the Pokemon TCG? Does this mean that you should panic sell and try and get out of it? Does this mean that you should shift gears and just get away from Prismatic because it's going to be a sinking ship? It's going down like the Titanic. It's time to get out of here and move along to something bigger and better, something that's going to benefit you more. Well, in my opinion, there's a couple options that you have right now on the table. Number one, you try and beat the rush of all this product getting to people and try and get it out of the market at this point in time and see if you can beat that rush out the door and try and get it sold before it all hits the ground running. And is it going to do that? I don't know at this point in time. I don't know if you can sell it. I think a lot of people are sitting back on it at this point in time. The other play is that you start buying some of the cheaper product as this stuff continues to roll out. As it continues to come, keep buying cheaper. There's two ways you can always look at it. Number one, if you are concerned about not having any value in this in the next 4 to 5 years, then you need to sit there and get out of it now and sell. Or if you're think that it's going to do great here come 4 or 5 years, have patience, and as that patience goes through, you're going to have the return on this product eventually. It just means we're going to see Shining Fates 2.0. Look at Shining Fates. Shining Fates is printed probably heavier than this at this point in time, but it still has a turnaround and a good return on its investment at this point in time, just because of patience. People don't want to keep this product open, especially when we're talking about sealed product. Sealed product really has the potential to do well because people will continue to open it. Umbreon still has a really high price tag on it. Granted, it seems like it's been coming down a little bit and kind of bouncing a little bit more, which is not surprising with the amount of product that's out there. But that also means that there will be some opportunities to potentially get those singles a little bit cheaper as more of this product. People want to open it. So as the price of this product comes down, it becomes more in the price range for people to want to open it. Let's be 100% honest. People don't want to open a $12 pack of Pokemon cards very often and to chase a card that's extremely hard to pull, and the pull rates have not been great on that set. So with these more prints coming, are they going to see an increase in that overall price as well? So we're really going to be interesting to see where this all rolls out with all the product that continues to come. The special collection, the super premium collection, is one that really concerns me when it comes down to Prismatic. Is that I was hoping that was a one and done, and as of right now, they just released more on Pokemon Center, which tells me they reprinted it for something else. I don't think that they would be making those bundles. I'm sure someone has the backdoor information for Pokemon Center for how many they created. and how many they sold today, but I do not have those information at this point in time. I'm going to have to go chase a couple of the places that do have that information to maybe find out what actually was put out there, how much this product was released, how much is going out there, and what is that going to do when it comes down to that. And are we going to see it come in? And like, gotta remember, guys, holiday season's coming too. They could be printing and revving up for the holiday season coming up here in just a few months. In the end of middle October, they start announcing at beginning and end at middle of October. We start hearing announcements for the products that they're going to be presenting for Black Friday, for all these special holiday things that they do. And my worry is that this could be actually something that could come back around, and we could see that happen. Maybe they're printing up for that and decided to do a little release to see how well it would perform on Pokemon Center, or is it going to show up at one of our big box stores such as Sam's Club or Costco? Right now, those two stores are just absolutely decimating Prismatic Evolutions with the amount of product. But overall, I still think that there's some really good investment opportunities in there. But when it comes down to other products, still very, 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 very low availability for just about everything else. That Paldea Evolved reprint sounds like it's gonna be very small, very few booster boxes, probably more pushing towards the sleeve blisters, checkout lane blisters, 3-pack blisters, ETBs, possibly the tertiary products, not exactly the straight up forward products that we are looking for a lot of times for investment, like booster boxes. So Scarlet Violet holding the same feelings as we've seen with a lot of the Sword and Shield sets going into, of course, the Scarlet and Violet era now, continuing to just not give booster boxes, and booster box reprints have become a thing of the past. Booster boxes are no longer the main driving force that they use for production. It seems like they're going away from that more and more and shifting into these other products that can be sold at any store, meaning Ace can get these products, meaning Dollar General can get these products, meaning, Best Buy, Walmart, Sam's Club, Costco, any place. Everybody can get this product. It's not like something that's going specifically designed for LGS, LCSs to be able to get product that they're looking for. It is a well-blanketed product situation, so we'll see what we're actually going to get on that. And the funny thing is that honestly, they could stop printing Prismatic at this point in time, and it really wouldn't make a big... I know some people really want a lot of Prismatic, don't get me wrong, and with the pull rates it is, I would love to see Prismatic become cheaper than what it is right now. But in the long term, it's really not really affecting anything, because the people that are purchasing it are still just eating up everything. So what I'm doing is I'm pulling up so I can give you today's numbers, like I try and do here on the lives. I try and pull up today's numbers on the product so that when you look at this live, it's based on today, which is August 5th of 2025. This is not something you can come back to in a month and know that the numbers are going to be here. This may not make any sense at that point in time. So we can go ahead and take a look at some of the other products. So Prismatic ETBs right now, just the regular ones, have come down a little bit again. They were up about 110. They're down to about 105. They've also dipped down. So they seem to be trending down in that downward direction right now at this point in time. Super Premium Collections was one of them. With that being released today, what did we see with the value of these as the market's seen some of those? And right now, we haven't seen any effect really currently in the market. They're still sitting at about 210, 212 right now at this point in time. And is that going to be... is that going to be consistent, or with the new release of those? And my feelings is that we might be seeing this product a little bit futuristically as well here in the near future for that. If they printed this, why did they print it? Why did they all of a sudden come back with it? And with the holiday seasons coming up, that really makes you speculate on what is going to happen and what products are going to be in there. So the SPC, the Super Premium Collection, I think if there is more product going to come available, I think into next week here, we're really going to see what the turnaround is for that. Once again, I don't have numbers for how many they had on those particular products, but it definitely was long enough that the queue lasted for a little bit, and people were getting products even like 30 minutes after the queue opened, and I can't see... unless they had a lot of it, the Prismatic Evolutions queue holding that long, unless there was a large quantity of those products available, or maybe it was the price, because the price was, I believe it was $169.99 versus the $129.99, because you did get a Prismatic SPC, and then you also got a keychain, a Evolutions keychain, and an Evolutions figurine in the little bundle that they created. How many of those that went through, I do not know for sure, but I will, as soon as I get the numbers, I'll try and put it up on a short or maybe on a community post. But overall, a lot of the Prismatic Evolutions products are sitting there. Some of them are doing really well. Binder Collections, of course, one of them that's continuing to just kind of meander on up. But once again, we have not seen any of that product return to the shelves. We can go to the Prismatic Booster Bundle. Another one of those products that was up almost to $75, currently down to about $65 at this point in time. And there have been some points to buy it around under $60 in the last couple months. The Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box. Where's that one at? Why is that not on my list? I got a case of them, but I don't care about a case. I want to know what the actual... Just give me 1 second. So yeah, here's the Costco. So there's a Costco 2-pack one. So that was that's up here right now. I'm trying to find the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box. I do not know why it's not listed here. I might have to kick over to TCG Player and see what's going on with that. Because all I can find is cases on that one. I cannot find... Okay. Oh, here it is. So here it is. Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box. It was just hidden down here on the next page. Is now been moving back up. Because we did see that one kind of retrace from that 266 down to almost $200 at one point. 205, 208. And then we've seen a recourse back up to about 250. So we're seeing an increase on that. Someone on here, I thought I just said that they saw Pokemon Center Elite. I did not hear about Pokemon Center. ETB bundles. See, I didn't hear about the Pokemon Center bundles. It wasn't a Pokemon Center bundle. It was a SPC bundle. So I didn't see a Pokemon Center one. Maybe I missed it. I didn't hear anything on that one, but I did know that there was an SPC bundle. So basically you got that SPC, you got that, yeah, that's how that one worked. It was an SPC bundle, not a Pokemon Center bundle. So we haven't seen an effect on the Pokemon Center. The SPC is definitely what we're looking at when it comes down to that product. Certain products have been taking some little bit of a hit. The price per pack is continually moving down over the last 6 months from a high of about $13.60 back in April. We have now continually retraced, and now we're crossing down close to that $10 per pack. So it is actually $10 per pack per plus 99-cent shippings, or $1.29 shipping. So we're about $11 per pack now on these particular items as well. So we are seeing that nice slow retraction on the price of these packs, but that's going to happen, right? People are opening up Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes. They're opening up the Elite Trainer boxes. They're opening up SPCs that then become more readily available in the market. 6-pack bundles are continuing to roll out. And these are definitely things that we are going to continue to watch as time kind of moves on with these particular products to see how much more is Pokemon going to continue to print on these products. How much more of these products are we going to continue to see roll out on the shelf, and how much of it is going to affect the market. Once again, really wish that we would get like a Destin's Rivals reprint at this point in time. The price of that booster box crossing over $300, I believe now at this point in time, or really close to it. And the price is continuing to just move up on that. A lot of the later set stuff, black and white, definitely not enough product for it, for the amount of pulls that you have to get in that set. So there's really a drive for people that are trying to finish sets to be sure that they can get packs and get the products. So we're continuing to sell these out. So 3/12 is today's date. So on today's date, Destin's Rivals booster boxes is currently $312 right now on TCG Player. Once again, we are seeing that value increase. ETBs have began to go back up in price. We saw that initial down a little bit, and now it's kind of just flatlined and sticking at about $90. So eBay, last time I checked, was about $85, and now we're going back up to $90. So we are seeing slight and small increases on each one of these when it comes down to these sets. Let's see, sleeve blisters at this point in time. Another good one, $840 or $850 right now for sleeve blisters. Those have, once again, kind of gone up a little bit in value. They're down to $7.99, so we've seen a 50% increase on Destin's Rivals. And once again, we are not getting reprints of the newest sets. We are still sticking with Prismatic. Pokemon seems to be dead set on killing that set. I don't know if they're trying to teach people a lesson, if they're what they're doing. I don't know why they're specifically really onto that set. Let's go back to Journey Together, another recent set right now that we wouldn't hurt to have another reprint of it, because we are seeing prices continuing to go up on that. Right now, a Journey Together booster box currently has been going back up in price. We were down to about $200, and now today's price is about $221 on TCG Players. So we're seeing some value increase on that. ETBs are finally starting to go the other way. They were almost $70 here about a month ago. Now they are starting to go up in price as well. So we were down to about $65 a piece for ETBs, and now we're up to 60 or 75. So we are once again going up very, very slowly and continuing to see very good pricing on those. So I'm looking here because I just saw someone come up. I think they're going to do a Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box with each evolution, keychain, and plushie. So, okay. I seen a 2-pack blister on... See, I see a 2-pack blister on Amazon come on sale for $30. Okay, yeah, I have not seen that one. Just to be 100% honest, Brandon, I have not seen that version of it. Pokemon Center today was the SPC, so that was what we had on Pokemon Center. Maybe that's coming. I know sometimes people have backdoor access to some of these sites and knows how to see those numbers, so let me see if I can open it up real quick. The queue's gone, so I can get into here. So we can go see, because there was that bundle today. Let's see, because it was sold out. If I go in there, I'm just looking to see if they even have it listed anymore. Because sometimes they take them down right away, right after they're sold. I do not see that bundle up here. Oh, now you're making me question everything. Once again, sometimes question everything. If I go into X real quick, I saved the link because I did want to see that. So let me open it up on X, but maybe they got a Pokemon Center one. The one, I even got the picture of it. I know I'm right because I got the picture of it sitting right there on my thumbnail from the actual sales. I saved it when it came out. So yeah, it's an SPC. So this is the one that came out, was the Evolutions, the SPC, and the Eevee figurine. So that was the one that came out today, and that was for $169.99. So maybe it's coming out a little bit logged into Pokemon Center and saw the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box with Espeon. It's gone now. Yeah, okay. I didn't see that, and I didn't see anything on X, so I didn't get a chance and opportunity to see that particular one. But basically, the biggest problem I have right now, or the biggest gripe I have right now, is there's a lot more sets that need reprints, need product. We're looking for product broad spectrum across a long spectrum of products right now that we would really love to see reprints at this point in time. We would love to see, we would also love to see, just Surging Sparks, Twilight Masquerade, all these sets, Journey Together, Destin's Rivals, all of them, Black and White. They could reprint all of these sets at this point in time, and we could see some really good value, really good opportunities in not just the investment side, but for the salespeople such as Mason, Cardinal Gaming. We talked to him, we talked to other people. They just don't have product at this point in time, and any kind of relief would be good for that. But specifying on, all these products that are going to Costco and Sam's Club, but not getting product out. So as a distributor, in the distributor side of things, there has been no access to these Elite Trainer boxes. There's been no access to this product from the distribution side. This is strictly going straight to these particular places, and there's no opportunity for anybody else to get this product, which is really being detrimental once again. Why is Pokemon specifically giving Costco and Sam's Club product and opportunity when they are not giving that to, of course, the normal LGS or the online sales or anybody else? They're just strictly focusing on these certain box stores with these low priced, and it's really, really crazy. Northwoods, somebody else seen it too. Yeah, and it may have happened. It just was never put on X. Maybe it was missed. Maybe it was one of those things that was very quick. It's hard to tell because the X ones or the restock sites usually have the items that they can see. So if they didn't get in right away and they were really short ran, it definitely could. I'm not saying it didn't happen. What I'm saying is I don't have any sight of it. I know that the Pokemon Center one is. I saw it because of X. Okay, which site do you use, Brandon? I'm just curious because one of them might have caught it because I follow like 3 of them and none of them, at least it didn't come up on my notification. Once again, if it was there, then that's another one though, that they got the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes, but it still does not help out anybody else except for Pokemon Center. It does not help big box stores. It only helps big box stores and Pokemon Center. That's the only places right now that is currently having any value to what's going on right now. LGS's, no value to this Prismatic restock. There has been no value to Costco and Sam's Club getting these Prismatic Evolutions ETBs. Could Could myself as an online store benefit from this? Yes. Could Pokey NE benefit from this? Yes. Could Danny Phantom benefit from this? Yes. I mean, there's a lot of people, even Mason Berry, could he benefit from this? Yes. People with online stores, people with opportunity are definitely, okay, I'm gonna have to follow that one. Thank you, Brandon. Are definitely being hindered by the current perspective that Pokemon really has. And I don't know what's going on. I don't know if they're trying to clear out vendors. I don't know what they're doing right now at this point in time when it comes down to what's happening in Pokemon TCG and their print and their direction for distribution at this point in time. They really are focusing on big box stores, but LGSs and your regular distribution is really being hindered by it right now. And I don't know why. Maybe somebody does. Maybe somebody in the inside of Pokemon Center could do it. Yeah. I was just thinking that too. The purge. We're purging out everybody in the distribution. Only the strong will survive at this point in time, and that's maybe their thought process, because you see all this product. So we couldn't get Prismatic on release. There was very limited to no quantity available on release. And then when they do reprints, they strictly give it to the big box stores. So Costco and Sam's Club getting time and time and time again all of this product coming back in, and we cannot get any of it, which is just very, very, a very big hindrance overall to what we're looking at in the hindsight of the Pokemon TCG right now. Are they trying to hinder big box stores? I don't know. Are they trying to hinder, are they trying to hinder online stores? Are they trying to force people to just go bankrupt and close down that specifically work with Pokemon at this point in time? Hopefully by 2026, by the 30th anniversary, they've cleaned out a lot of the riffraff out of here and distribution's cleaned up, because distribution screwed up and let too many people in. I don't know what the difference is. I don't know what the reasoning is going to be on this and why we're in this at this point in time. And it's really, really, really frustrating, especially from the business aspect of things, that you cannot get product from your distributor, but you're watching it continually go into the big box stores. And then it comes down to, do you become a scalper? I mean, if I was close to a Sam's Club and I was running a brick and mortar, for say, and you wanted to potentially make a little bit of profit at this point in time, going to Costco with your early access and possibly getting that product early in the morning is a great opportunity to potentially bolster your inventory. And I hate to see stores go to that point, but at what point when Pokemon continues to give it to the big box stores versus giving it to the LGS, the actual distribution system, do you have to take matters into your own hands and start taking that product as well? Sucks. I don't want to go there. I don't want to see companies go to that direction. I'm nowhere near any place being able to do that from where I live to one, but it's definitely a situation that we could see developing. 151, we went through that as well. 151 was getting those Zapdos Alakazam package boxes, and once again, it wasn't available through distributor, but Costco gets pallets of them, and people get mad when people go and buy them from Costco and go resell them at market value. Why are you mad at that when distribution is failing? Distribution and Pokemon itself, and I'm not even going to say it's distribution, it's Pokemon itself is failing. Distribution failed because they allowed too many people in. There's too many people wanting Pokemon products in distribution at this point in time. But Pokemon is failing by giving the product to the big box stores, giving it to MJ Holding, giving it to Sam's Club and Costco, rather than the proper channels of spreading it evenly down the line to where other LGSs, LCSs, online stores, people that have been in a long standings with these places cannot get access. And once again, distros are charging more money for the products because they're, number one, their excuses, they're trying to reduce the amount of sales, which I do understand in a way. But on the other hand is that, do you need to charge $190 for that booster box, or could you charge $150 and still slow down sales on it? Yeah, you could do that. There's definitely, they're going to an extreme, and I know why they say that they're doing it, but I also think that they're also doing a little money grab as well when it comes down to it. Even talking to my friend in distribution, I told him that. I still feel like that's a complete and total money grab at this point in time, and that's exactly what you're after. You're sitting there and you're buying a booster box, even if you're getting it for 30% more than what you bought it on the first release. So if you were selling it to us at 95, you were probably getting them for 45 or 40 or 40 to 50. If you went up and you got it the same product for $80, and you're charging $190, that profit margin is through the roof for you guys, and you're actually making it so that we have very little to no profit margin on the LGS or LCS side. So there is an issue with distro on that fact. I don't agree with the pricing that they're putting out there currently on these products. once again, that's an uphill battle that you'll never win. But the fact that Pokemon and where they're sending distribution is a huge issue as well. And that's going to also be a huge hindrance overall to how this is going to perform in the long run. So there's my 25-minute rant for you guys once again. So be watching what's going to happen with the SPCs. Be watching, I guess, with Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Boxes, what's going to happen with that. And be watching. There's going to be a lot more Prismatic hitting the shelves at this point in time, or hitting the marketplace at this point in time. Whether or not these resellers are going to hold strong and stay over $100 on an Elite Trainer Box, with another run coming through Costco, another run coming through Sam's Club, and now, futuristically, it looks like at any time now we'll be getting another run through Costco, because there was a large amount of inventory still left in the Costco backdrop. So it sounded like there's still a lot of them at this point in time. So it's really going to be interesting to see how Prismatic continues to handle it. Is it going to cause it to finally implode and disintegrate and fall in on itself? That's going to be the real question that we're going to be looking at and seeing how well it holds up. Is Prismatic got a better chance of holding up than Shining Fates? Yes, I think Prismatic has a better chance overall of holding up if you want to sit there and look at overall value than Shining Fates. There's more availability, or more, I don't want to say more availability, but there is more opportunities for the cards inside of there to have some really good value. Let's see here. Andy, I know you have a good position of Evolving Skies, and so do I. Thoughts of hitting 3K by January. So I would love it to do so. Do I think it will actually make it there? I don't think it'll make it quite yet by January. I think it's really going to depend on the market itself. This fall is really going to be a really big determining factor for the markets itself. What happens in the macro economy is really going to determine that. So I'm going to pull it up again, because I do this every single live right now. Evolving Skies. We're going to go ahead and pull open the booster box right now. Let's see. Where is our booster box? Right here. So we're at 1,200 right now. The next one is at actually $2,400 right now at this point in time. But that hasn't sold. Recent sales right now have been right around, there have been a couple of them today sold around 24. So I mean, if we go through Black Friday and the macro economy holds up and we don't have our economy fall apart in the United States, I could definitely see it potentially making it. It's going to be darn close at this rate of gain, just by watching it over the last 3 months here. I mean, we went from about $1,500 up to right now $2,100. Today, it's probably going to creep back up, because I'm looking, their sales right now today between 22. So there's 22.19, 24. There's one for 25 at this point in time. So there's been some sales today at that price. And actually, I'm surprised at how many sales there have been in the last couple days. So we've been seeing some movement on that. So yeah, I mean, I could see it happen at this point in time if it continues to go up at this rate. I'm just hoping that the overall macro economy, you're starting to see more and more cracks. You're starting to see more and more layoffs. You're starting to see, even locally, some more, like driving around right now, the number of secondary homes for sale is going up substantially, which are all big indications for what we might be seeing here in the next few months when it comes down to the economy. If it's going to break, it's going to happen in the fall. That's just my opinion. If something's going to break, it's going to happen in the fourth quarter of this year. And if it doesn't break in that fourth quarter, we could definitely see Evolving Skies be up over $3,000 by the end of the year. It's definitely in reach at this point in time. 2 weeks ago, with the way it was handling and kind of flatlining there, I would have probably said no, because we go back to even like the 13th and the 15th here, we were kind of stagnant at about $1,900 for almost a month, and now all of a sudden we're seeing a really big increase on it. So yeah, I mean, there's some really good things. Brandon just says, I got a box still sealed for $200. Very nice. Yeah, I got 5 cases right now that I purchased them at $104 a booster box with them shipped to my house. So yeah, I'm happy with my income on those ones. That's for sure. All right, let's go ahead and we'll go back to the beginning of the chat and welcome on in, everybody. We got Brandon. Thank you so much for being in here. Aaron Scott. Yes, I always try and keep up the thumbnails, my friend. We got James from the Alamo City. Welcome back. It's been a while since I've seen you. We got TKO Addict. Thank you so much for coming out in this evening. We have, I thought I saw another name hidden in here. There we go. Hamburger Ron, thank you so much for being in here as well. Welcome on in, everybody, for joining us today. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's been a minute. Thank you so much for being back. Now I'm being more consistent. It seems like my videos are pushing more, which is kind of nice. Me focusing almost solely on TikTok or YouTube at this point in time has been very, very good. So we've been doing lives now for everybody since there's quite a few people in here right now. We've been doing lives now consistently on Tuesday, on Friday, and Sunday at 9 p.m. Sunday and also Friday and Sunday are also rip and ship nights. So we have fun. We rip and ship. We go through all the stuff that we got that comes in from distro that week. We get it all listed and we have some fun right now. So there is products too, NorthwoodsTCG.com, just so everybody knows too that's in here right now. For the month right now, anybody that purchases at NorthwoodsTCG.com is going into the drawing for the reverse Charizard from XY Evolutions. We're doing a giveaway for anybody that purchases on NorthwoodsTCG.com. Every purchase gets your name one time on the wheel, so you can purchase multiple times and get on there multiple times for that giveaway. All right, spiel's done. Let's go ahead and go down the chat here. I try to get into everybody's chats, try to go over them. I mean, if we start getting super busy again, I might have to skip over some of the similar ones, but definitely going to try and cover these. I do have say thanks for Brian G for hitting that subscribe as well. Thank you so much for joining into the subscription on the channel, and make sure you hit that notify so you know when we're going live, and hit that like, guys. Jump on the video. I did a video here yesterday that was released. Hit the video, watch the video, and hit that like button. Share the video, helps out a ton to keep building this algorithm and get things rocking and rolling here. Brandon just said at the beginning, so we're gonna go all the way to the beginning. There's another Prismatic PC ETB bundle that just happened today. So yeah, we went over that one. It sounds like there was. I didn't see it. I'll have to go back and look. Maybe I just missed it because there was a ton of stuff. There was the Victini Illustrator boxes came back. The SPC bundles came out. There was also these tech stickers came out. There was a pretty good release of product on Pokemon Center, and so X was just dropping notifications like crazy, and I might have just missed that one and just didn't see it at that point in time. So I'm not saying anybody's wrong, because I'm sure that whatever you guys are saying had happened. I just didn't see it myself. So I knew that the SPC for sure. I actually had a picture of that one on my phone. I actually got into it after it sold out, and I got a picture of it, but I did not see the PC ETBs. Brandon is on here. Really believe Prismatic will be printed heavily. Yeah, it's feeling right Crown Zenith, and definitely starting to feel a lot like Shining Fates. I could see it being printed as much. Well, it's probably getting close to as much as Shining Fates. One more reprint, I think it's done. It'll probably be equal to, if not more than, Shining Fates. Patience with Prismatic will pay off. Good evening, Andy. Thank you so much for being here. Let's smash that like button and sub if you haven't already. Help the channel and the algorithm. Thank you so much for those words. James, missed quite a bit of live streams lately. Yep, and that's all right. You can come back. I always welcome you back. I'm not going to hold it against you for not talking to me for a while. I mean, maybe I did something wrong and you just needed to cool off. Whatever. We can all be friends here. TKO Addict just put on here as well. So let's see. Just had something flash over here. Apparently my one screen was way behind. They know this set sells. They're trying to cause a Shining Fates, but with pull rates, maybe not. You know, the pull rates, the pricing of the cards, the singles are holding up fairly well. I know some people are going and saying they're dumping, they're dropping, and of course they will. It's within the first year of the set. You don't go and buy singles for pretty much the first 6 months to a year of a set, because it takes a long time for all the product to get out, everything to be open, the shelves got to empty out. I mean, it's Of course it's going to dump. It's going to go down in price. The singles are all going to continue to drop in price. The pricing of these is going to continue to find a balance point at some point in time. Product's going to continue to be released, and the prices singles are going to continue to go down. It's only a matter of time until they do hit a point where we don't see product coming back. The pricing will balance out, and then the pricing will start going the other way. It's just a waiting game. We need to be patient on singles. Singles are never a big rush, especially in the first year of a set. Just wait it out, play the games, wait for good opportunities if you're looking for those singles for your collections. If you're looking for just actual to be investments, the first 6 months to a year are really bad opportunities to do that. Usually wait until they go down. Changes that I could say that didn't work with would have been like the Greninja from Twilight Masquerade. The Pikachu, again, was lower and went up in value after a little bit, and now it's come down again. But the Greninja is definitely one of the few examples that I can see going the other way where it actually increased in value a ton. Seismitoad right now, of course, go get Seismitoad. That one's going crazy at this point in time. But in general, a good rule of thumb is wait 6 months to a year before you even start looking at the singles from sets. Let them balance out, let the product get open, let the singles market kind of roll around for a little bit, flop for a bit, and eventually what happens is they find a balancing point which gives you an opportunity to buy in. So don't rush into singles. Singles are not the number one thing that we should be looking at. Brandon, really believe they've been printing super heavy since January after their statement. I've been radio silent. Think about it. Destin's rivals will get the same treatment. We'll see. We still aren't seeing anything from any, Journey Together. We haven't seen any increase in Black and White. We haven't seen any increase in you go into Destin's Rivals, no news of anything happening on those sets. Whether or not that will actually happen is really going to be interesting overall to see if we do start seeing more product. Pokemon has kind of kept their word on printing more, but it's all been in Prismatic. It has not been in any of the other sets that are out there right now. Even Surging Sparks. I mean, most people probably didn't know that it had a reprint here, but it had a reprint, but it was very, very small, right? It barely even affected the market. Same thing with Pele Evolved. Sounds like it's going to be a very, very small reprint, and it's going to dissolve. It's going to disappear just about as fast as, it's not going to affect the market. We're not going to see big market changes with the amount of product that we're currently getting in these products right now, or these reprints. Reprints, they're almost the equivalent of a small restock. Like they're finding little sections in their warehouse and they're sending it out to get it out of the warehouse. James says Prismatic will have similar print runs and products like Crown Zenith. I missed the PC drop today, so random and the queue is horrific. Once I got in OOS, they bling chain. Yeah, and that was just it. A lot of people, bling bling baby from Brandon. The SPC will definitely come down over big in time. Yeah, I think that's really overpriced. Yeah, it was hard. I tried to get into the queue, but to be honest with you, I was in a place with very, very bad service today, which is why it really sucks that I have to wait in a queue sometimes, because you jump in, you get in the queue, and you lose service, and then you get back into service and it resets your spot in the queue. So then I sat there and did that twice and ended up going back, and it's definitely going to be it really sucks with the queue to try and get in and get those products. James says the Pokemon Center 151 Elite Trainer boxes are close to $1,000 now. $750, but with some high sales, it will jump again. Also, Celebration ZT Breeze cross 250 and en route to 300. Yeah, there's been a lot of movement all of a sudden, and we're getting into the fall, getting closer and closer to fall. Summer's usually slow, and summer has actually been very chaotic, a lot of chaos right now in the summer when it comes down to sales. Typically, it kind of balances out, gets slow. This is when I get an opportunity to buy more things, and we see more value in the market to be able to go and purchase things, kind of ramping up for that summer. Usually, I can put out my little feelers and bring in product from places and get that product in here and kind of restock my shelves. And this year I haven't really had that opportunity. I have had some people that are just, trying to get back what they paid for things, but realistically, a lot of the stuff right now just is going up in value, and it's continuing to go up in value. So there hasn't been a lot of opportunities for big deals here in summer. About a month ago, there was a slowdown. You had a small window to get in on some things, but since then we've really seen some increasing in price, and that value has gone up pretty substantially over the last few months. or last few weeks, I should say. And from pretty much after 4th of July on, it's just been a constant increase. Brandon, I think they're going to do a PC ETB with each evolution. Huh. Well, that's gonna be a lot of Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes, that's for sure, and definitely gonna be something that if you are looking for those Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes, great opportunity to possibly wait and try and hit every one of the evolutions at this point in time. Was the one today, was that a specific? I think you said it on here, but I missed it. Was that a specific evolution? So it was an Espeon. I was just wondering if it was an Espeon or was it a random. So sometimes they'll do that where they show a picture of the Espeon, but then it'll be a random, actually get a random evolution with it. So I don't know. I didn't see it. So once again, I'm kind of running blind on that one, on how they worded it. And that could definitely be a word game. If you look in the description, it might be a random and they just showed the Espeon. But if they do it on every one, there's going to be a lot of ETBs coming out, or a lot of Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes coming out. That's for sure. Keychain and plushie. Antonio, welcome on in, Antonio. I seen the 2-pack blisters on Amazon come on sale for $30. It's not a bad price for what it's been historically for that 2-pack blister, and it's crazy that a 2-pack blister is $30. It's $15 a pack inside of there, which is really, really extremely high in price, even for the single price. I mean, yeah, you're getting a sticker with it, but I'm trying to remember Prismatic Evolutions, because the sticker, it was just a sticker, wasn't it? Oh, it had the promo in it too. I forgot about the little promo. So you get the Leafeon 2-packs. Nope, 2-packs are down here. Yeah, you get the Eevee. So you get those 2-packs. You get that Eevee evolution promo that comes with it. I think it's a stamped one, if I remember right. Was there the stamped? It had like a little, yeah, it had the 2025 Pokemon Day in it, was the way to get that 2-pack bundle. So that's a little cool one, because you do get a stamped promo with it, which has a little bit more value bonus to it as well. If you stamp promos are always a good thing to be going after. Yeah. The anniversary, yeah, or Pokemon Day for the anniversary. Screenshotted it. Very nice. Purchase limit of 2. Hamburger Ron says PC bundling to raise the entire price of each sealed product is genius. They sell more junk and scrap, lose loss margin. Wouldn't be surprised to see distribution doing this at retail stores. Genius. So distribution already does that in a way. For most people that don't know that, and that was something I brought up in the video because it's something we've discussed several times and it's kind of known, is that already distribution does bundle stuff. So you have to purchase this to get this. So you got to buy, whatever's junk. So let's just say that they've got, I'll just say battle boxes. So we're going to do a battle deck. So you got to buy a case of battle decks to get 2 ETBs, or you got to buy, 20 cases of this in order to get 2 cases of booster boxes. These are things that distribution already does kind of on the bundling side. Now the question is is this bundle going to be like an actual packaged bundle? Or is this going to be just individual products in a box? And that's going to be, the other thing's going to be really interesting. Is it going to be like a bundle like you see at Sam's Club or at Costco, or is it going to be individual products? My tendency is when Pokemon's done bundles in the past, it's individual products. So yes, you're getting rid of the plushies, you're getting rid of the keychains and things like that, and you're throwing them into this bundle, which then you can charge more money than what you would have sold all 3 of those products for on their own. So yes, I could definitely see what that point as well for the bundling side is, that they're just going to make you buy, you want the SPC, but you're going to get this crap with it too, and you're going to pay a premium for the SPC, because let's be 100% honest, the plushies aren't going to sell for very much, so you're not going to make much value back on those if you want the SPC. Brandon said it was $89.99. So yeah, that must have been the plushie, the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box, and the keychain. You got it for $90. The SPC was $169.99. There definitely was a PC bundle with Espeon plushie. Okay, yep, we logged into the Pokemon Center and saw that. Hamburger Ron says ETBs with plushies. Brandon, just going down because that's where we kind of went through and we're talking about where he got it. Brandon just says we have 2 to 3 years of Prismatic incoming. That's why I've been super patient with it. I've been in the hobby since the 90s. I've seen it a fair bit. Yeah, and I think that that's a really, really fair a really fair assessment. I mean, some sets, they don't do reprints. So if you were looking at older sets like Paldea Evolved, if you're looking at Obsidian Flames, even base set at this point in time, none of those have gotten reprints. So without the reprints, it's really, really difficult to keep up with that. And you miss your opportunity. But the thing is in Pokemon, a lot of times, let's just be patient with it and take your opportunity. Granted, most of those were for sale at one point for under $90, around $95 or less per booster box, and nobody wanted them at that point in time. Once Pokemon became hot again, and all of a sudden booster boxes of the newer sets were going up in value, they went right with them and went extremely high. Paldea Evolve, always a great set. You can go back to about a year and a half ago to where I was telling people you're crazy not buying this for $92 a booster box right now on TCG Player. Buy a whole case of them right now for under $600. Why wouldn't you do that? The set is great. It's got some really good hits. It's really great artwork in it. Overall, the set's a really good set and well put together. And it took the market going completely stupid in order for people to finally go, hey, it's a good set. We should buy that. The Magikarp is awesome. Let's go after it. And the Magikarp has really got a lot of PSA 10s now. So it's not as hard as it originally was. Let's see. Gotta go down here. Just trying to see. Brandon says, I'm going to my Sam's here in a few weeks. I believe that Sam's drops around the 16th of the month. That's what I've heard too. I think that that's something that I'm definitely going to be watching for, and I'm going to try and get there on the 16th as well. So I'm going to have to see. I actually think I got a training day down there as well. So if I do, that's going to work out perfect. So I'm just looking to see when the 16th is, because I got a training course. That's Saturday. So I might go down there on Friday. It might be around the 15th. And what sucks is it's an hour and a half drive for me. So for me to drive down there, it's a long ways, but I do have a business account through there, so I can get in early, which is a benefit as well, having the business Sam's Club account. Plus, tons of people are super frustrated with the hobby right now. It's very frustrating. Not only is... Oh, I missed a couple, but... Yeah, so we'll go to that one anyways, because a couple of these were just... I already answered that one. I missed this one here. Brandon said the Pokemon company should have a contract with distros, should be selling it. No, and they don't. They won't. They absolutely will not. And that's something that was discussed on the phone. That's something I didn't bring up in my video because Danny covered that really well on his. I did ask, and no, there is no price contracts between Pokemon Center and basically between the distro. Every single set that comes out, they send them what they're going to charge for these products, and the distro tells them how many they want, or, you know, if they get the same allocations that they've been getting from Pokemon. Basically, all the distro can do is just say, okay, send it to me. It is what it is. And then that's why every single cycle we have a price increase as well, is that we don't know what our pricing is going to be until the set drops. So when we finally get our first pre-orders on sets that we can actually do, then we know the pricing of these sets. We don't know it ahead of time. It's changed every single set so far. I think it's been consistent between Journey Together, Destin's Rivals. Surging Sparks was less, Twilight Masquerade was less, Stellar Crown was less, Temporal Forces was a little bit less than that, so there was a group there, and then Paradox was $92, so then 92 all the way down to Scarlet and Violet was $92. So it was 92, 95, now we're 105. It seems like it is pretty close to the beginning of the year they change prices, but that's not even guaranteed, because we see some other items will change price mid-cycle too. So like sticker collections will change pricing and go up $1 randomly from Journey Together to Destin's Rivals. Mini tins will sometimes just randomly go up in price as well. Those products will just randomly change without rhyme or reason, even though they're the same product. You know, a mini tin doesn't change. It's still 2 packs of Pokemon cards inside of a tin. It doesn't matter which generation it is, but yet they'll charge more for some and less for others. It gets a little bit confusing when it comes down to that. Even these, so I got these up in the shop right now, but these are those Gallerpal tins. They come with a Lost Swords and Chilling Rain pack inside of them. The originals, when they came out originally, my cost on these was $6.99 or $6.90 something a piece per tin inside of here. And now the new one was $15 a tin, so $15.73 a tin for these. So just to give you an idea how they change product pricing just all of a sudden, that's a perfect example of where that's happening. And it happens on mini tins, it happens on all products, and part of it is because distribution doesn't have a price set with Pokemon Center, so our Pokemon International. It's just whatever they send and whatever they charge, and then they just pass it down to the LGSs and everybody else. James, thank you so much for all the help there, pushing the algorithm. Make sure you guys hit that like button. There's 17 people out there, and there's only 7 likes, so hit the like button, guys. Help out the algorithm, and let's go. Let's see if we can get it up to 17 likes. We got 15. Hit 15. Let's get 15 likes in this. Be greatly appreciated. So take a moment, hit that like button. We got Canna Cookie in here. Obsidian Flames, Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box doing a crazy jump. I remember back when they went up for a couple weeks and no one wanted any. Ended up getting 2 cases. Same thing happened when Surging Sparks came out as well. Yeah, Surging Sparks and all these sets, Surging Sparks and back were 2 weeks before release. Surging Sparks, we had distributors calling us trying to buy more product. I bought more product because a distributor called up and gave me deals on more product on Surging Sparks. And then, of course, you get channels coming out going, it's short printed, it's short printed, it's short printed. And all of a sudden the pricing and everybody went crazy. And even the distributor said, I wish I wouldn't have done the deals because all of a sudden everybody wanted it. And prior to that, there was tons of it. It was available all over the place. The day, 2 weeks before release, I was getting it from a distributor, and all of a sudden YouTube creators started screaming. I'm not going to put names out here, but one of the big ones was a person I talk to, or I see quite a bit on my channels, and really pushing that narrative in a dual live that this was short printed and that there wasn't going to be much availability to it and that wasn't available. But yet our distributors were knocking our doors down, calling us, trying to give us product, because I bought an extra 2 or 3 cases of ETBs. I bought an extra case of booster boxes. I bought 2 extra boxes of sleeve blisters, all before the 2 weeks before release, because they couldn't get rid of it. They didn't have enough people buying it. All of a sudden, the YouTube culture went in and started claiming short print, and it went crazy. Obsidian Flames, same thing. Obsidian Flames, you could have bought that Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box for quite a while online. I mean, it was like maybe months that was available. The first Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes that were available were there forever. Even Prismatic Evolutions was not hard to get. Temporal Forces, I remember it was easy. I went like 2 days after it released and went and picked them up. Twilight Masquerade, very simple to get that Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes. Surging Sparks was very, very easy. You know, Paladin Fates, super easy to get that Elite Trainer box. I mean, they were all very easy to get. All the way up until Surging Sparks release, or about 2 weeks before, then all of a sudden everything cleared out. It just all disintegrated and disappeared. Arc Strike is on here. Have you heard anything about Mega Evolutions allocations? A channel called the Card Father, who also runs a shop, made it sound like it was going to be more plentiful than the last few releases. We have not gotten anything on allocations. Have they allowed us to purchase what we want like normal? Yes, we've been able to purchase just like we've been able to do several times over. Every single set I can put in as much as I want, but currently they're just giving me what they have. And from what my analysis and what I've been told so far is that there is going to be plenty of product at this point in time. I don't want to say plenty, but there's going to be more product than what there has been on the last releases. So whether or not that holds true, we will know when the allocations come in from distributor, whether or not we're going to get the access that we want. I put in my standard allocations, hoping to see that if I can get more product or get my previous allocations. So basically, I'm hunting for 2 cases of booster boxes. I'm hunting for 4 cases of sleeve blisters. I'm hunting for 10 cases of ETBs, and I'm also hunting for the mini tins. You know, at least 5 packs of the mini tins as well. That's my standard allocation that I try and get for sets like that. Whether or not I'm going to get that, or the stickers too, I try and get 2 cases of the stickers. So I try and get, that's kind of my baseline allocation I try and get. If I could get it, it'd be fantastic. I hope so. But, you know, I don't have my hopes up too high that that's going to happen. I feel like we might be shortchanged again, even though they say there's more. With a mega set, I feel that some of the bigger guys are going to put in higher allocations to try and scoop up more of that market share. So I'm hoping. I'm hoping that there is. The Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes, there was a lot of those available, a lot more than what we've seen with Destin's Rivals and Journey Together. So there has been a fairly large increase overall on those particular ones as well. So whether or not that's going to trickle down and actually hold, it will be the real question. And will we see that actually come out on the distribution side, or is it going to go to Walmart and stuff like that? And Walmart's going to get a bump, and the LGS is still going to be left high to dry. So my hopes are up. I really do hope that we will see an increase in product. I really hope to maybe be able to bring a set back down to release as a MSRP set. I would love to be able to sell products at or under MSRP on my website. I have not been able to do that with the allocations I've been getting for a long period of time. So I'm really, really hoping that that does happen. Antonio down here, he says, feels like this summer people have not traveled much like usual. Yes, I do feel like that as well. Antonio anniversary one. Yep. He sent me the picture, so I'll check that out. I'm pretty sure I know which ones he's talking about. End Escort sent you the 2 items you missed. Agent Crypto has on here. Seems like Sword and Shield regularly trainer boxes might be undervalued right now. No. I think that their ETBs are right where they should be. There's so many of them available out there. There's been so many of those printed that there is no shortage of those ETBs. The pricing is probably, in my opinion, right where it should be for the print quantities. Antonio, the Black Bolt White Flare mini tins on Pokemon Center was $72. Was that the 10? There's 10 of them, right? So that's $7.20 a tin? Because, yeah, there's 10 tins in that case. So you'd be getting 10 tins of those for 70. Is that a whole tin, or which? I guess that's the Unova mini tins for $72 for a case of 10. That's actually a fantastic price for Pokemon Center. It's actually crazy low pricing for them. Artificial FOMO, Ancient Crypto, I feel like they are. There's just so many of them. The ETBs, they might be a little down, but I don't think they're much down. I mean, there was just so many of them printed that there was just abundance of every one of those ETBs. Ones that I feel that it might be a little bit undervalued right now, or maybe some of the like Chilling Reign Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes, I feel might be a little undervalued because they're errored on top of it, which is another bonus that they have. I mean, it's like people really don't seem to be catching on the Chilling Reign one, because that was the first Elite. I've even heard people say, well, the first Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box came out with Evolving Skies, and no, it did not. It actually came out with Chilling Reign. Chilling Reign has the error ones, where if you have the error boxes and then on top of it have the 2-pack blister that comes with it too, it's kind of a unique oopsie that you got a bonus product because of it. And actually, the 2-pack blister right now is almost the same price as a 3-pack blister, because it's kind of the only way you got it was the Pokemon Center. Let's see here. Arc Strike says, okay, that's at least encouraging. I think Eli from Arizona TCG said he is getting like 1,000 boxes from his distro on a live stream like a week or so ago. Maybe that's just what they let him order. I have not gotten actual numbers yet. Allocations, pre-orders just went down last week for the final products. So typically pre-orders open up from the release. So when Black Bolt White Flare released, our pre-orders open up maybe a couple days before that set drops. And then usually it's about a week, 10 days to 2 weeks after that, depending on who your distributor is. So ACD is usually about 2 weeks, and Southern Hobby seems to be about 10 days. You got about a 10-day window to make your orders. I have not gotten allocations at this point in time. They let me order. Basically, they'll let you order as much as you want sometimes within reason. I mean, if I were to go in and put in 1,000 booster boxes, they would probably call me and say, no, that's not happening. Let's be realistic here. What do you want? Maybe he does. He seems to always have some information that's way ahead of anybody else in the market. And I don't know, but no offense to him, he was also one that said Surging Sparks was short printed, which it wasn't. It wasn't a short print in any way, shape, or form. But he was the one that was on a live yelling short print, and that was one of the things that was one of the issues that sometimes I feel like he says things that he doesn't have the full information from, and he says it in a very confident way, which makes it seem true. So maybe he does. I'm not going to say yes or no. But I don't have any true allocation numbers. I have what my order is that I put in, but I don't know what they're going to give me. I've given the same order pretty much every single drop, and I have not gotten anywhere near that allocation. I usually get the allocations probably a couple more weeks. Usually it's about a month, 6 weeks after order time, after they close down their pre-order sites, that I will get what I'm going to be getting. So I'll get my bill for what I'm going to owe. Arc Strike, I think the BBWF mini tin display only have 8 of them. So that could be. I'm trying to remember. Because I had them. I opened up 2 of them, and I guess I never even really paid attention to them, to be 100% honest. But even so, even at 8, at $72 at 8 of them, that's $9 a tin. That's below MSRP, because those MSRP'd at $12.99. So if they were selling that low, that's pretty impressive. But I thought there was 10, but I could be 100% mistaken. I can actually look it up real quick, though. Because I have them all up on my Shopify to find out where we're at on those, because... yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 10. I'm pretty sure it's 10 inside of there. So $7.20 that's pretty much distro price. And it wasn't even distro price. It was like $9 a tin for distro. So that would be like below distro pricing. I'm moving up black and white because I can make a count here to see how many tins there were available. So there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there were 8. So there's 8 in there. So $8.99 for the mini tins, but MSRP is $12.99 on them. So yeah, there are 8. I thought there was 10. I'm looking through here because there was the Electros, there was the Manchu, Crocodile, Chandelure, Lilligant, Garbodor, Alamonia, and the Volcarona tins. Those were the ones that were available. So, yep, there were 8. You were right. I couldn't remember. I know I put them up as soon as I got them. I really didn't pay attention. I just pulled a list and get them listed. James says, do you think it would be a good idea for Pokemon Center International to do numbered cards on SIR cards? No. Not a good idea in any way, shape, or form. I will absolutely say no to that. I think that would be the ultimate doomsday plan for Pokemon. I feel that if Pokemon felt like it was really getting hit in its numbers and really seeing some big drops, like they were going back to like black and white status where they were just tanking, I think that they would probably pull the pin on that as a nuclear option. Right now, I don't think that they're going to do it. I think it'd be an absolute disaster. And I think what it would do to this hobby would be absolutely, it would kill. I think, honestly, it would kill all the people who want to be in the hobby as a hobbyist, as a collector, and bring in every single individual that's just scum into this hobby, because they're already on the edge, and we're kind of starting to get to the point where you're pushing them out, and we're, getting some of this riffraff out at this point because of the lack of product and the lack of ability for them to make money. But definitely not something that I want to see, nor should they do, and do I think that they should do in any shape or form in the near future at this point in time. I think the consequences of it would be worse than the gains that Pokemon International would get from it. Hamburger Rob, my point was at the Walmart level, your sealed will be bundled by MJ Holding and Excel in sold bundle at Walmart, Target, Best Buy, Amazon Shop, etc. That cuts the margins for arbitrage. Yeah, I could see them doing that. Starting to do like the Costco bundles and things like that. Do some of like that. You buy an ETB, you get a deck box just by default, and it'll really screw with the arbitrage factor because there would be no value in the deck box, and they would sell it to you for maybe $5 less than they would with both of them individualized. I could see that being a thing that they might go to at this point in time, just to get rid of junk, because there's Pokemon junk sitting on the shelf. There's still plenty of crap like bundle or battle decks, those kind of things are still sitting around. They're mystery products are still hanging around the shelf. Nobody really wants those. So yeah, I could see them arbitrage or putting those products again with an ETB and then selling it out. I wouldn't put it past MJ Holding or Excel to do something like that. Antonio, they sell out instantly. We got Manic. Thank you so much for dropping in as well. Manic Marauder 7. How do we know if we have one of those Chilling Rain boxes? What do you mean? I guess you got to specify a little bit. If you're talking about the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box or the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box for Chilling Rain, They're all of them. There isn't a single one that isn't a misprint on those particular ones. They did a one print run on those, and basically they made up their makeup on it was that they sent you the 2-pack blister. So if you have a Chilling Reign Elite Trainer box, whether it's a Shadow Rider Calyrex or the Ice Rider Calyrex version of it, you will have the error. They're all errors. So the whole print run was an error box. And right now they're at $95 for that error box. And they've been pretty well flatlined for quite some time. I mean, they were down around 60 at the beginning of the year. So they have seen some value increase now. But actually the 2-pack blister. So like myself, I have both the 2-pack blister and the Elite Trainer boxes. I kept them together. So I will always keep them together just because I feel if I sold them, I would sell them with the set. So you would get both of them if I were to put them for sale. Agent Crypto, you have to remember ETBs will be the best nostalgic play for Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield ETBs were the product open the most for packs. No booster bundles like there were booster bundles at the end of Scarlet or Sword and Shield as well. Lost Origin and Silver Tempest both had 6-pack booster bundles as well. And also, so did not Chilling Reign. Crown Zenith also had them. So they were showing up in Sword and Shield. They were available. The nostalgia factor, I think, is a really hard press on that. Nostalgia only works if there was good hits in them, and a lot of the Sword and Shield Elite Trainer boxes were junk hits. People will tend to go to products, so I think if you were going to go after nostalgia in those sets, your 3-pack blisters are definitely going to be, even today, are some of your best products to go after are your 3-pack blisters. So overall, those are where I would tell people to look at is 3-pack blisters. Booster boxes, of course, due to the fact that they are not very good, or the 3-pack blisters were very, very good, and overall they've been doing really well for value. Other products, booster boxes, very short amounts of those. The ones they short printed, but they just never reprinted booster boxes. ETBs were always a driving force for reprints, even Sword and Shield. It was like the only ETB I think that was not reprinted in Sword and Shield was the Rebels Clash. The Rebels Clash ETB is the only one that did not get a reprint. Every other one got several reprints over time, and it had several availabilities. There is a lot of those out there. There are people with lots of those sitting around, and it is showing in the pricing. And that's why their pricing is holding like it is. It's just the quantities that are currently out there. Let's see here. So I already answered Manic Marauder. Yes, all of them are errors. James just says, what's your top 5 favorite Pokemon? My top 5 favorite Pokemon are Flareon is my number 1, followed by Mewtwo. Gengar is now up there. Mimikyu is really driven up into my top 5. I am really liking Mimikyu. Really enjoy Mimikyu in general. So I've been really enjoying that. And Cubone has actually always been in my top 5 for a long period of time. So prior to Mimikyu, I always kind of like Blastoise was kind of my back 5th one for a long period of time. But none of the big 3 are really my favorite, have been in my top 3. So my top 3 have been for a long time. It's Flareon, Mewtwo, and Gengar are my top 3. And then Mimikyu is now pushed up, and I kind of pushed Blastoise out. I kind of like Mimikyu. But I'm kind of a dark Pokemon type of guy. I like the Noivern arts, the Frostlass arts. A lot of those. I really do enjoy like the dark feel for the Pokemon, especially in the Illustrated Rares right now. I think there's some fantastic dark style, like the Dark Mimikyu or Dark Morpeko. Definitely really do enjoy those artworks, and I think that they're really, really well done. The Mewtwo from 151, definitely a really awesome card as well. Antonio, Brilliant Stars did not have good hit rates? No, none of the ETBs really did. ETBs were really, really struggling when it came down to struggling for hits. They were very hard on the hit rates. We're going to go here to Arc Strike. Do you think there has been less hype around the mega sets in Japanese? They've been out for a few days now, but I don't see it being talked about that much. and are selling on online stores for around $85 to $90. I feel like they're not hitting as hard as people were hoping. We'll see. I mean, people are really on black and white right now because there are those BWRs inside of there that are doing fantastic and have been really doing well. Plus, there is a ton of really, really, really good artwork inside of there. So people are really, really stuck on that at this point in time. The other fact is, too, is that when they did the first mega sets, they don't have a Charizard inside of there, which also may be, people know the next one's going to have Charizard, and it sounds like possibly Rayquaza as well. So the only one you're getting anything in here is going to be Venusaur. So I think some people might be holding back on these first two sets, which is where I think the Megas may be a little bit slower at first until the next set comes out where we get the Mega Charizard coming out as well. Still much higher than normal, but not crazy as Glory of Team Rocket. No, it's definitely not like $130 a booster box like it was with the Glory of Team Rocket. Interesting from James. James says favorite booster or Sword and Shield booster box. Box art, Elite Trainer box, and SV. So SV is pretty easy. I like the ETB from my favorite box art or ETB. I'll stick with ETBs because booster boxes really I don't really enjoy displaying booster boxes. I know some people will disagree with that booster boxes are cool. I like Elite Trainer boxes. When it comes down to Elite Trainer boxes, I really like the Paldean Fates. From Sword and Shield, the Paldean Fates Elite Trainer box is really, really cool. I love the Mimikyu, once again, being a Mimikyu fan, and I like the box art, the way it pops with the silver and the purple. I think it was a really well done Elite Trainer box. It pops, stands out, really, really shines when it comes down to your set. Box art for Sword and Shield, probably my favorite is a Crown Zenith, and I could get it. It's up in the top corner there. Wow, that fell down. Wonder if the cat knocked that down from the other side. But yeah, the Crown Zenith one, which is up in the top corner there, that's my favorite one from the Sword and Shield line. Really do enjoy that one. The other one that I do really, really like as well is the Rebels Clash. I don't have that one displayed behind me right now, but I like that yellow-green. It really pop. Once again, I like ETBs that in a collection pop and stand out. So, like I said, Paldean Fates, I really do like that one. The Crown Zenith is cool because of the silver, the gold, and of course Lucario being on the front of it. Really, really nice pop on that. And ETBs for Crown Zenith gave me a Charizard alternate art, so I can't say they were that bad. Gengar, I think, with Charizard. Very nice. So you would change Gengar with Charizard out on your list. Great choice. I like the Fusion Strike. Fusion Strike ETB is another one that pops. Where is it? I know I got it. Here it is. So I like the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box version of that better. So you've got the Fusion Strike one, this one. I like the turquoise and the purple or pink. I think that's another one that really, really pops for an Elite Trainer box. I'm just trying to think what other ones I got. Sun and Moon, I like the Hidden Fates one. That's probably a really good one as well. I like the pop on that one. Trying to think, do I got any other ones? I mean, you got the circumcised Pokemon Go one with Mewtwo on it. That's always another interesting one as well. Great choices. I like the Fusion Strike. Arc Strike, I love the Paldean Fates ETB2. But I think my favorite is the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box for Destined Rivals. That's another good one too. I like the red with the black, the reversed. So the one is black, but they reversed like the negative of the regular PC. That was a really good one. Let's see. We're down to Antonio. Can you repeat it again? Buffering covered what you were saying. About what? There've been a lot of we've been saying. I mean, Charizard and Gengar are coming to. Oh yeah. Okay, so Gengar's coming. I couldn't remember if it was Gengar. Someone said Rayquaza is possibly coming in the new set. I know Charizard's coming for sure, and the next. Not this one, not the Mega set. The next set after that's going to have Charizard and Mega Charizard in it. So those sets are where people are going to go nuts for the Megas. I think that's really going to drive that. We got Manix says here, Brilliant Stars and Astral Radiance Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes are really nice. I don't like Brilliant Stars. Brilliant Stars screwed up. They should have went the other way. The regular ETB is 100% better than the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box for Brilliant Stars. Astral Radiance is okay. I mean, I like the Lost Origin one as well. I'm trying to think. I have an Astral Radiance one somewhere here, and I don't know where I put it. I got too many ETBs in here. I gotta clean up and probably start putting some of these into the vault, because I got like a couple of Hidden Fates. It's up there somewhere. I got the Astral Radiance one. Astral Radiance one is very nice as well. Mega Set. We were just talking about the Mega Set, how we didn't know. So we know there's a Charizard. The Mega Sets are going to be slow on the first ones from what I'm seeing, just because, and how slow, I don't know. It might still go crazy. We might see really good people really getting into it here in English. Japanese, it really doesn't seem to be holding. It doesn't seem to be doing as well as I thought it would have been doing. Like we just talked about earlier, the booster boxes are selling nowhere near the value of what we were seeing with the final ones, Gloria Team Rocket, and that when it came down to it. So I don't know. I mean, is it going to hit in the United States? It could. There's been a big mega push here now for quite some time for the Pokemon TCG going back to megas. So it could. But I feel that the next sets in the mega are going to do better than these sets. I think that it's going to... people are going to wait for that Charizard. Oh, okay. I went into detail. Hey, Pika Pika, how you doing? But yeah, Brilliant Stars definitely. So the ones I like are the Scourge and Shield, Paldean Fates, and the Crown Zenith Lucario Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box. Both of them are Elite Trainer or Pokemon Center ones, but I like them. They're probably my favorite ones. I think everything I've heard is Phantasmal Flames is going to have Charizard and Gengar. Rayquaza is going to have its own set later, I think. Yes, but I mean, for the English set, I think that we're going to have the Charizard, Gengar set coming next. So I knew the next set in Japanese was going to have the Charizard, and then I think the following set after that is going to have the Rayquaza. So I think the next set in English is going to combine those two sets, and you're going to have a Charizard Rayquaza set probably coming to the United States. Just theory, don't know if they're going to for sure do that, but my guess is that that's probably what direction they might go with that set. Who knows? Maybe they'll keep it separated. Now that we've got separated sets in English, that's going to be all bets are off, right? We don't know where that's going to go for sure. Holy cow, that's 16 minutes after. Wow, time flies when you're having fun. But I did get I think I've gotten all of your comments, so I'm really happy I'm getting through everybody's comments here. Antonio, I think the Mega is going to be a small block before the release of the new generation of Pokemon. I think so too. It's going to still fall kind of under the Sword and Shield or the Scarlet and Violet side. I know that they're saying Scarlet and Violet's done, but we're still getting the same kind of Illustrator rares. We're still getting the same kind of EXs. We're still getting everything very compatible and the same as Scarlet and Violet. I think that we should be hearing some information on Gen 10 here in the near future, very short. We might be doing a small block, just like they did with EX and going into, like you go to, why am I drawing a blank? Like, Diamond and Pearl, and then you had all those little subsets all in the same generation where you had like Diamond and Pearl, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, all those little subsets inside of an era. So that's definitely something that we could see occur when it comes down to in the sets now as well. That this might actually still kind of fall under Scarlet and Violet, but it'll be kind of a subset of Scarlet and Violet at this point in time. Because let's see, because we had Diamond, I'm just looking to make sure I got my Diamond and Pearl, Platinum, that was the other one, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and Call Legends. So basically, those were all the same starters, but they were different little sets inside of there when it came down to the actual block of the Pokemon TCG. Because then you can go down and you've got the other eras, which of course is going to be your original one. You got your Gen 1, Gen 2, which was your Neo. You had Gen 3, which was your E-Reader, which is a little sub-series in there. I think it falls underneath then EX. It kind of rolls into the EX era at that point in time. And then Diamond and Pearl was your new set. That's where I kind of stopped because I went in all the way through EX. Power Keepers is the last set I used for playability and I used for decks that I had, and that's where I was using a Gold Star Jolteon, and Umbreon was Jolteon Flareon was like my last battle deck that I had. So I have kind of a little bit of a nostalgia with those two Gold Stars just because of that fact. Let's see. Antonio, only new thing in Mega is the new style rarity. Yeah, so that's the only real change that we're getting. We're still getting Illustrator rares. We're still getting Secret Illustrator rares. We're still getting, all the EX tags, the lowercase EX, not uppercase like we saw in XY for the original Megas. So they're keeping everything very consistent from Scarlet and Violet going into the Mega set. So I think in the timeline of Pokemon, they're probably going to keep the same starters. So, I mean, you're realistically going to have the same subset. We're not getting new starters. We're not going into a new generation. We're just kind of going back in time when it comes down to those. Arcstrike, thanks for live. I was happy to catch it live. I've watched some videos before, but I enjoyed being able to participate for once. Haha, have a good night. You too. Thank you so much, Arcstrike. Thank you, everybody that's come in. Once again, greatly appreciated here. This is our normal Tuesday night, so if you want to come in, join, have talk about Pokemon, I try and get to every single chat. It's kind of always my goal is to try and get every chat done before the end of the evening. I do try and keep it about an hour and 15 minutes is typically where I try and keep it. We're a little bit over that, but hey, it was a good conversation talking about what's happening in the Pokemon TCG right now. So thank you everybody that's put in the chats. Thank you everybody that's joined in and of course participated in it. It's greatly appreciated. It helps out a lot when you do that. And also make sure you guys hit that like button before you leave. Once again, great way to help out the channel. Also, if you do want to have something personal or a little help out the channel as well, make sure you guys hit the merch store. We've got shirts like the Gengar Made Me Do It. And of course, it's always nice in Northwoods. Down in the merch store, that's in the link tree down below. You can hit the link tree, go to the merch store. It helps out the channel. Great way to help out. The other way to do it, of course, hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and also be sure that you guys go ahead and hit that share button to your channels because that's a great way to share mine out there and help me grow as we continue to move forward here in the YouTube space. Other than that, if you do want to have some fun looking for those products, rip and ships, or just want to come and hang and have a conversation during the rip and ship, trust me, that helps out a ton if you guys do that. Come join us on Friday and Sunday, 9 p.m. Central Time here on Northwoods TCG. Come relax, have a chat. If you want to purchase some cards, we can do that, open them, have some fun, see what we can find. We have several giveaways and opportunities going through as well so that you guys can have some fun and join us and maybe take some chances at getting some of your favorite Pokemon cards. Other than that, thank you everybody for joining. Hopefully you guys have a fantastic rest of your week. I'm going to try and get another video done this week for next Monday. I'm going to try and keep the videos going, keep the shorts going because it keeps that algorithm alive. Otherwise, we'll see you next time here on Northwoods TCG.